because it's the worst last minute I've ever seen. Where I sympathize with the Sixers a little bit, but they just did not do anything smart.
Matthew in here is saying, he did call a timeout. Refs ignored him. Tony's saying he did call a timeout. We said it. We called him, but you know who can call it too? The player can call the timeout. Yeah. Yes, the officials missed the head coach. The players could have also called the timeout. Both can be true here. Right? Am I wrong?
No, you're right. You're 100%
Rich,
right.
Am I wrong?
Right.
Both can call the timeout in that situation.
There is also a pretty good screen grab of Brunson just yanking Maxi's jersey before that ball even gets inbounded. I don't want to just blame the refs.
They were not good.
I think the Sixers deserve, at some point you have to play through it or whatever. Right. But the refs did not do a good job down the stretch. And frankly, with the whistle Jalen Brunson got all night, the idea that it just turns into complete prison rules down the stretch. And by the way, the Sixers have been terrible at inbounding the ball literally since I've been covering the team. Partially, it used to be Ben Simmons could get open, but he didn't want to shoot the free throws. So,
he wanted to get the ball out of his hands as quickly as
always
possible.
A hot potato.
Yes.
But now we're at the point where Tyrese Maxey's so good at everything, but he just doesn't do a great job of getting open. But I don't want to go too far in it because he got fouled on that play as well.
But here's the thing.
I don't know what to say.
I'm sorry. It should not have come down to that. I am sorry. This is an NBA team who, again, if you want to call it a must-win, you can call it a must-win. NBA team who was, behind the 8 ball to tie the series up 1-1, up 5 points with 47 seconds to go. It shouldn't have come to that point. You should never have been in that position where it comes to Tyrese Maxey needing to call a timeout in that situation in order for you to keep the lead. It just shouldn't have came to that point. The Sixers just got beat on the margin tonight. That's really what it comes down to. All the little things, the small things, especially in the fourth quarter, the Sixers just made small, minuscule mistakes that led to a big loss. As simple as that.
It's just a disaster. And it's just a bummer because it's just like the Knicks, they just keep playing hard. And they just keep,
we never question the Knicks' effort.
They're just going to run through the tape. And you have to do it. You cannot, just make mistakes down the stretch. You have to take it from them. Tyrese Maxey, you have to get open. You have to not panic there. I don't know, guys. I don't know what to say. I know I'm not making sense, but the end of that game did not make sense.
Exactly.
And to lose in that fashion is absolutely inexplicable.
And here's the other part. Look, you guys are right that the officials missed Nurse calling timeout. One of the assistants was calling timeout, but that one doesn't count. The head coach is the one that's going to get the timeout.
Right.
The players are going to get the timeout. Even before, Lowry could have called timeout, and when Maxey got the ball and he fell to the floor, he could have called a timeout. Yes, the officials could have blown the whistle where Brunson should have gotten a foul call, and Tyrese Maxey should have been on the free throw line, but he wasn't. So you still have to play through it. And even then, before all of that, when you make the play into Maxey, I also thought, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you can tell me I'm wrong. That I thought Lowry also could have, as bad as Embiid is out there on the floor with the legs and he can't jump and all of that, you're going up against the 5-second clock then on the inbound. You don't want to lose the ball there either in that way. So I thought maybe if you're not able to get the ball to Maxey, toss it up to Embiid, where even if he doesn't get it, guess what? If they miss that obvious over the back by Hartenstein on the catch, then be pissed at the officials and still be pissed at the officials because of what actually played out. But I also thought there were a few different things that could have played out there to give them an opportunity to pull out. They just needed one point better than the New York Knicks tonight. Just 1 point. Lowry missed 2 free throws. He's probably beating himself up. He looked beat up because they had to help him off the floor to the bench because when he dove for that loose ball, everyone just dove on top of him and put all their body weight on him. So his legs are probably crushed and trying to get off the floor there. There were just a number of things that we have so much to talk with you all tonight. We're all ticked off about it. Roy was like, don't worry, this is a different Sixers team.
Mea culpa.
He was right until he wasn't. And that's not his fault. They let him down. They let all of you down.
They let Nas down.
They let everybody down. So look, both can be true. The officials should have called the call. The players should have called the timeout as well. And here we are now, the Sixers down 0-2. So again, when Roy says, it wasn't a must win. But when you add up how they now lost this basketball game and the manner in which they did, that takes a lot out of you.
We all silly like the mayor.